friends, welcome to NIRS Education channel. Today let us start a new lesson. Name of the lesson is Making of a Scientist. This lesson is written by Robert W. Peterson and it is from your Footprints Without Feet textbook. This lesson is about famous scientist Richard Albright. Particularly, we are going to see what qualities made him great scientist. Before we start the lesson, let's have a small introduction. Richard Albright has received the Searle Scholar Award and the Schering-Plough Award for biochemistry and molecular biology. Richard Albright received two prestigious awards. They are Searle Scholar Award and Schering-Plough Award for his work in the field of biochemistry and molecular biology. It was his fascination for butterflies that opened the world of science to him. It was his fascination. Fascination means attraction. His attraction for butterflies that opened the world of science to him. His interest towards butterflies opened the world of science to him. Now let us start the lesson. At the age of 22, a former scout of year excited the scientific world with new theory on how cells work. At the age of 22, the former scout of the year was a scout student. He received Scout of the Year award while he was studying in high school days. So, at the age of 22, a former Scout of the Year excited the scientific world with new theory on how cells works. At the age of 22, he gave a new theory on how cells work that excited this whole scientific world. Richard H. Albright and his college roommate explained the theory in an article. They means Richard Albright and his college roommate explained the theory in an article in Proceedings of National Academy of Science. It is the name of that scientific journal. In that scientific journal, they explained their theory on how cells work. It was the first time this important scientific journal had ever published the work of college students. For the first time, that scientific journal, Proceedings of the National Academy of Science, that published the work of a college students. For the first time, it published the work of college students. Only well-known scientists, they were writing for that journal. For the first time, college students wrote for that journal and their writings were published. In sports, that would be like making a big league at the age of 15 and hitting a home run. Your first time at bat. And this achievement was just like making a big leagues at the age of 15 and hitting a home run your first time bat. Here home run means a home run in a game of baseball is when the batter scores a run after running safely around all bases and back to the home plate without stopping. Home run, it belongs to baseball game. Okay, in that game, how we have runs in cricket, in that game also there are runs. And here Richard Ebright's achievement is compared to baseball in that hitting home run. Okay, it is compared to hitting home run in baseball. Just if you take the example of cricket, a 15-year-old boy joins the national cricket team, and in that match he hits a six. Then how much happy he will be? That much happy Richard Ebright was when his theory published in that esteemed scientific journal. Okay. See, for Richard Ebright, it was the first in the long string of achievements. Yeah, it was his first achievement. Later he did many things, but it was his first achievement in science and other fields. And it all started with butterflies, and his achievements, actually they started with butterflies, collecting the butterflies. Okay, so in the age of 22, he published his theory on how cells work in the prestigious scientific journal called Proceedings of National Academy of Science. And writer compares that achievement with making home runs in baseball. Okay. And his all interest towards science actually started with butterflies. Okay, collecting butterflies. The only child, Ebright grew up north of Reading, Pennsylvania. There wasn't much I could do there, he said. I certainly couldn't play football or baseball with a team of one. But there was one thing I could do, collect things. See, the only child for his parents, he was only child. Ebright grew up north of Reading, Pennsylvania. He grew up in the north of Reading. It is the place name. It is there in Pennsylvania in America. There wasn't much I could do there, he said. He was alone. That's why he wasn't much he could do there. There wasn't much he could do there. He certainly couldn't play football or baseball because he was alone. He could not play football or baseball. But there was one thing he could do, that was collect things, collecting the different things. He could do that one. So he did. And did he ever? Beginning in kindergarten, Ebright collected butterflies with the same determination that has marked all his activities. He also collected rocks, fossils, and coins. He became eager astronomer too. Sometimes stargazing all night. So he started to collect different things from his kindergarten itself. He collected butterflies with determination, with firm decision. He took to collect butterflies. And also he was collecting rocks, fossils. Fossils means dead remains of plants and animals. He was collecting fossils also, coins also, old coins. He became an eager astronomer too. He became astronomer. Astronomer means stargazer, who was gazing the stars at night. Sometimes stargazing all night whole night he used to gaze the stars sometimes. From the past, he had driving curiosity along with a bright mind. From the childhood, he had driving curiosity, intense curiosity along with bright mind. He had a bright mind also. Means he was very intelligent, brilliant student. He also had a mother who encouraged his interest in learning. He also had mother encouraged his interest in learning. She took him on trips, bought him telescopes, microscopes, cameras, mounting materials and other equipment and helped him in many other ways. And in order to increase his interest in learning, mother brought many equipments for her son, Richard Ebright. She bought him telescopes, microscopes, cameras, and mounting materials. Mounting materials means supporting materials in order to keep those things, stands or something required. Such things are called mounting materials. She brought mounting materials also and other equipment and other required materials and helped him in many other ways. In this way, mother gave very strong support to him in order to learn the new things. I was his only companion until he started school, his mother said. After that, I would bring home friends for him. But at night, we just did things together. Richie was my whole life after his father died when Richard was in third grade. Here, Richard's mother talks about her son. I was his only companion until he started school, until Richard Webright started his school. His mother was his only companion. His mother said, after that, I would bring home friends for him. After that, when he started to go to school, mother invited Ebright's friends to her house so that they can give company for her son. But at night, we just did things together. But at night time, they were working together. Richie was whole life after his father died when Richie was in third grade. Actually, Richie, it is a nickname for Richard Ebright. When Richard Ebright was in third grade, his father died. After that, Richard became whole life for his mother. Okay. Mother was living for Richie. She and her son spent almost every evening at the dining room table. If he didn't have things to do, I found work for him, not physical work, but learning things. His mother said, he liked it, he wanted to learn. Yes, she and her son spent almost every evening at the dining room table. If he didn't have things to do, I found work for him. When Richard Ebright did not have any work to do that time, his mother, she used to give different works to him. Not physical work. It doesn't mean she was giving any physical work to him. Cleaning the room, washing the clothes, like that work she was not giving. But learning things. She was giving such works which used to increase his interest in learning. He liked it, he wanted to learn. And Richard also liked such works and he always wanted to learn. and learn he did. He earned top grades in school. On everyday things, he was just like every other kid, his mother said. And he learned very well. He earned top grades in school. On everyday things, he was just like every other kid. And he was good at doing his works. Okay, it doesn't mean he was only interested in studying. He used to do his daily works himself. Okay, just like other normal kid, whatever works were there, he used to do by himself. By the time he was in the second grade, Ebright had collected all 25 species of butterflies found around his hometown. By the time he was in second grade, Ebright had collected all 25 species of butterflies found around his hometown. Around his hometown, he collected 25 species of butterflies when he was in just second grade. Okay. Let us stop here. We shall continue in the next session. Thank you for watching video.